Pretty snowy out there. 21 in Normal on our Dr. Lawrence Lee camera. Now, Bloomington Normal is in the area that is going to be seeing heavier snowfall, and we do have a severe weather alert day because of heavy snow and blowing snow in the area. Our temperatures are in the mid to upper teens and low 20s, but we're not going to stay in that range. We'll stay right around the upper teens and low 20s, and yes, it is going to snow all day. I'll tell you more about that snow. First, WMBD This Morning continues now.
WMBD This Morning starts now.
Well, good morning, Central Illinois. It is Wednesday, February 2nd. Also, happy Groundhog Day.
That's right, Groundhog Day. I don't know if I'm too confident right now, especially with the way that things are going today, about how the groundhog is, they're going to see the shadow, not see the shadow. I'm not too confident. I'm not feeling too confident right now.
There's not a lot of sunshine to see your shadow.
Yes.
Yeah. Drive slow. Give yourself extra stopping distance. Give yourself extra time to get to your destination. All of us made it to work okay this morning. Hopefully, if you have to work this morning, drive safe, make it safe to your destination. If you don't have to work today, you don't have to go anywhere, stay home.
And highly recommended, 10 out of 10 recommend. Well, Molly, thank you. And now for this morning's headlines. To begin this morning, with no sign of slowing up just yet, snowfall continues across the area.
And it'll also impact your morning commute, so we wanted to give you guys a live look of the road conditions. Now, this is in Peoria on University Street. As you can see, some snow piling up there from the plows, kind of pushing it over. Now, what we saw this morning, obviously, is you got to drive slow.
Yes.
If you could put it in a lower gear shift is what I had to do in my SUV. I mean, just getting out of the complex where I live, had to shovel myself out. The parking lot was completely covered in snow. The snow's also blowing across the road, so just be careful with all that. Kyron, did you see anything this morning?
Yes, I would say take it easy for sure. Obviously, take some extra time. Visibility is extremely low. We do have some local collision alerts right now in Peoria County. Please, if you get into an accident, they're asking you to exchange your information after a crash and report to the Peoria County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you can do that in person, but you've got up to 48 hours after your crash, so you don't have to do that while the snow is still going on. We'll have more information for you later on today. Now in other news, local food pantries still helping people getting food this week. WMBD's Shabnam Dinesh shows us how local pantries are hunkering down and handing out.
With heavy snow in the forecast, local food pantries are making sure nobody goes hungry.
It's always amazing that so many are in need, and we want to make sure that they have enough.
The program director at Sophia's Kitchen in Peoria says they're giving everyone an extra bag of groceries because they'll be closed for the next 2 days.
Like instead of giving them a piece of pie, we're giving them an entire pie. So that way they've got at least a little bit to keep them through for, hopefully we'll only be in for 2 days and then we'll be able to be back open on Friday.
So while Sophia's Kitchen will be closed on Wednesday and Thursday, Porch Pantry says they're staying open because hunger doesn't stop for a blizzard.
Just because Mother Nature decides to dump some snow on us doesn't mean people aren't hungry.
Charles Martin with Porch Pantry says he usually gets 55 to 70 visitors per day. He says almost 100 people showed up on Monday and cleaned him right out.
Right now it's empty. It was full yesterday, and with the storm coming in, everybody's been here. We've really seen an increase in traffic flow, and also people asking for blankets, coats, hats, and stuff like that.
He says those who may need shelter can come to Porch Pantry.
I got a couple of chairs and tables set up there if somebody's homeless or whatever, they want to come up here and sit down.
In Peoria, Shabnam Dinesh, WMBD News.
Also, Governor Pritzker mobilized state resources ahead of the storm, making a disaster proclamation statewide.
The declaration really is about making sure that we free up all the resources of state government in case they are needed. We don't want to have to, in the middle of trying to rescue people or deal with the challenges on our roads, to have to all of a sudden put a new declaration into place.
The state is mobilizing more than 1,800 plows. Whiteout conditions are expected throughout the state. Authorities are urging people to stay off the roads. The governor also has the National Guard on standby in case they're needed to assist during the storm.
And the cold temperatures and snow can have adverse effects on muscles, particularly when it comes to shoveling snow. A physical therapist for OSF Healthcare, Jamie Brown, says it's important to warm up before going outside to shovel. And once outside, take a moment to get accustomed to the cold. Brown says a big mistake people make is using their backs to shovel snow, which can lead to back injury. She says to be careful and take breaks because shoveling is often a more strenuous task than people realize.
The big mistake people make with shoveling snow is they use their back a lot, and it's better if you keep a bend in your knees and you can use your leg muscles more. Focus more on pushing forward with the shovel and pushing the snow away versus actually lifting it up.
Brown says the cold causes our muscles to stiffen, and the best way to avoid sore and aching muscles is to keep your body active and stretching after being outside and before going to bed.
Well, are you team shadow or team no shadow? It's Groundhog Day, and later this morning at Wildlife Prairie Park, we'll still check in with Gertie to see if we will have 6 more weeks of winter. The park has changed their plans due to today's weather. But on Good Day Central Illinois, on our sister station, WYZZ, we will see what Gertie has to say.
This is a severe weather update from your local weather authority.
21 degrees in Normal on our Dr. Lawrence Lee camera. Bloomington Normal was the area that is going to be seeing heavier snowfall. Overall, bare minimum, a yellow light on your commute. Not all roads are clear. We're going to see snow throughout most of the day, so make sure that you give yourself time to stop at stop signs and traffic lights and just go slow overall to give yourself plenty of time to get to your destination safely. Kyrion?
Molly, thank you. 6:07. Here's a look at traffic this morning. In Peoria County, the Sheriff's Office has issued a traffic collision alert. Anyone involved in a crash where no one is injured should exchange information and report the crash in person to the Sheriff's Office. You will have 48 hours after the collision to report it. And in Pekin, the city manager has issued a citywide parking ban. Any cars on city streets are subject to a ticket or to be towed. And in Normal, the town will not be collecting brush and bulk waste starting today through Friday. Collection will resume next week.
Coming up, saying goodbye to the greatest of all time. The NFL player set to retire after 2 decades on the field.